Juan Tompson is the founder and commissioner of the Music Sports League, and I Am Khalif is a singer songwriter and winner of the Music Sports League Game 1. And they're both on the line with us here just now. How are you both doing?
I am doing well. Excited to be here, Toby. Thank you so much for having me on your show. I appreciate it a lot.
Great, well, it's
Yeah,
great
thank
to
you as
have you
well,
here.
Toby. This is awesome.
Yes. Now, first of all, Juan, what actually is the Music Sports League? How does it all work?
The Music Sports League is a new platform basically for unsigned recording artists looking to promote their music
Mm.
and develop themselves on a different level by competing under a sports league infrastructure. So basically, we're the first ever pro sports league themed music competition for unsigned recording artists.
Yeah.
So they compete in a series of games with their music, of course. And in this
Mm.
case here with the Khalid, we did an online series called the IACS SBS series in which he won. He did his
Wow.
thing.
Yeah. So how do you compete in games with songs? Is it a kind of voting thing?
It is a voting thing. It's definitely a
Yeah.
voting thing. And you go to the website and you listen to both songs and you vote which song you like the most. And the
Ah.
song that wins the most, that gets the most votes, moves on to the next round of the tournament.
Ah, so it's kind of like, I suppose, the way the World Cup works in a way.
Right, right, right.
Yeah. So how did that idea come about in the first place?
I had a dream back in 2014. I was watching American Idol,
Yeah.
and I thought it would be cool. While I was watching American Idol, I thought it'd be cool to see a rapper and a singer perform on the same stage against each other.
Mm.
Ironically, coincidentally, that night I had a dream I was in an arena,
Yeah.
and the arena was really electric. The crowd, the atmosphere reminded me of a sports league type of competition,
Mm.
and so happened that was a singer and a rapper on stage competing against each other.
Wow.
And then when I woke up that morning, I went on to Google and researched and just typed in all kinds of different names. I didn't know what to call it back then. It
Mm.
wasn't called music sports at the first, in the beginning.
Yeah.
So I was just typing in everything I could find, and I found nothing like it. So I
Wow.
immediately just started developing, the actual
Mm.
foundation of it.
Yeah, that's such a weird thing. I'm surprised it hasn't been done before. I guess most kind of
Me
musical
too.
championships, you just vote once
Right.
for the winner and that's it.
Right. Yeah. And this theme is a little different because we take the whole NFL, NBA type of approach to it. Where we do the draft, we do
Yeah.
a regular season playoff championship concept, but
Yeah.
the sport is music competition.
Mm. And how many applicants, so to speak, did you have for game one?
For game one, we had about 46 applicants, but
Wow.
out of all the songs we received, only 8 were like worthy of us even. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
Not to downplay anybody's music, but we really pride ourselves on the quality.
Mm.
So if it's not of quality, we don't want it to represent our league, of course.
Yeah, that just reflects back on you, I suppose.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly, right.
So, given that there were quite a lot of applicants, how does it feel, I am, to have been better than everyone else?
It feels amazing. It
Yeah.
just makes me feel like the work and the effort that I put into the song and the music
Mm.
was well worth it.
Mm.
I'm still on cloud nine. I
Yeah.
mean, especially now getting to do interviews such as this,
Mm.
and just working with Juan and the group and the team has been so amazing. And it's
Yeah.
just it's allowed me to come alive again, and wanted to do more with my music.
Oh, yeah. And are you going to be taking part in game two as well, or is that going to be a whole new range of people?
It's
So
gonna be a total
that's a
break.
great question.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a new range of people. I was asked
Mm.
to do game two,
Yeah.
but because it took a lot of rallying to get people to vote and stuff like that, I was like,
Yeah.
I'll take the break and then maybe come back in game three or five or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll probably let him come back in later on. We really honestly he doesn't really need to come back because he's the winner, he's
Mm.
automatically in the playoffs
Oh,
next
yeah.
year. So
Ooh.
yeah, he's out of so he doesn't have to even compete anymore. He can
Yeah.
wait till he's just chilling right at this point.
Yeah. And the thing is, he could win again. You've got to give someone else a chance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Right.
Yeah.
Yes, because to be honest, I'm a tough competitor, and so I competed. I think I competed pretty well through
Mm,
this.
Yeah, you did.
yeah. So it's interesting you mentioned the playoffs then. So there's another stage to this in the future.
Right. So next year we're going to be doing the playoffs, which is actually a live on stage competition. So
Ooh.
Khalif will be going against the other 7 champions live on stage for the
Oh.
championship. And the winner of that will be flown out to Hollywood, California to perform on
Mm.
this show called Fat Tracks Live. It's actually a Hollywood, California live televised show. It's going to be awesome. Really
Yeah.
good deal.
That sounds quite thrilling. So they have to actually perform the song live on stage then in front of
Not
an
just
audience.
not just that song though.
Oh.
Not just that song because it's actually 3 round competition.
Yeah.
So they gotta perform a new song each round.
Yeah. So they have to actually have more than one song that they've written then as
That's
well.
right.
Yeah. And in terms
the
of this,
champion the champion will be performing 3 songs that particular night
yeah,
to win it.
wow.
Okay.
That's a lot, yeah. So in terms of, the some songs that fell short of the quality, was that just in terms of they weren't your taste, or were there kind of profanities maybe in them that you didn't really want to have? I don't know.
Yes. Profanity is a big thing. The league, we don't, accept any profanity. The music does have to be radio edited.
Yeah.
We do display that on the site for the rules, but unfortunately, we get a lot of submissions where they just don't. They bypass the rules, I guess. And
Yeah.
then my team has to reach out to them and say, hey, do you have a radio edited version for the song? And they're
Yeah.
like, no. Like,
Hmm.
well, then why? I don't understand. Why would you
Yeah.
not have a radio edited version for your single? But the quality is a big thing. It's an all genre competition. So
Mm.
anyone rapper, singer of all genres, pop, country music, doesn't matter what genre, it just matters the
Yeah.
music.
Yeah,
And
because
yeah.
what was it, the semifinal round? I went against a Latin artist, which was
Ooh.
pretty
Yes.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was amazing. So
He was amazing. Yeah, he was. Guido Rodriguez was amazing. Yes, he
Yeah.
was.
And is that fair? Because I guess, you're kind of picking your favourite genre in a way if you have two genres going against each other, aren't you?
And I will say this, and that's a great pointer that was your thing you pointed out, because
Mm.
the purpose of the competition, doing it all genre, was to open people's ears,
Yeah.
and open them, because for someone that you never know, someone could have went to our site and listened to I Am Khalif and said, yo, I'm not really into R&B type of music, but it's a really nice song. I like that song. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
our goal with the Music Sports League is not only to help promote the artist's music, but also we call them players in our league, but
Yeah.
the players' music, but also to open people's ears and open their parameters to new forms of music.
Yeah. And not only did you simply win game one, but you actually got over 5,000 votes in the championship, which is pretty impressive.
Yes, really impressive.
Yeah.
yes. Did you want me to speak on that?
Yeah, if you have anything to say, then yeah.
Yes. So I didn't know what to expect
Mm.
getting into this. So the first round, it was kind of like, okay, well, let's see if I get to the second round. I'll tell people to vote and see how this goes. But then as it was going along, we started strategizing because I went to everybody's social media. I saw how many followers they had. And then I started looking to see how many votes everybody was getting.
Yeah.
And so I knew if I make it to the next round, then this is how I'll have to attack and go about it with this opponent. And then when I made it to the final against Kimberly Smith, I saw like how she was just destroying her opponents.
Yeah.
So I had to really go old school and just, like email my family, text people, reach out to my social media and say, hey, during this time, I need everybody to get out and vote, help me get to the championship, win the championship and get to the live performances. So I just attacked it that way.
Yeah. It's a good idea because telling a friend seems like such a simple thing, but it makes a big difference, I guess.
It does. It does.
does.
I mean, yeah. And what I found, like, if you're not like this huge, big star, it's harder to get people to really try to, participate in things of that nature. But once people started seeing me climb through the competition, by the final, everybody was enrolled, and they were like, "We're going to help you win." So,
Yeah.
yeah, it was a pretty cool thing.
And to piggyback off of that, Toby, that this is the beauty of it is that this is the essence of the competition, is basically to bring out that competitive spirit of the artist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just to hear Khalif talk about how he strategized and really got out there and broke it down, and actually checked out his competition, went to their social media, checked out their followers, checked out their music. That was really dope to see that, because that was what we really wanted, and just really took a life of his own. So it's really a testament to the competition that Khalif is doing it the way he did it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. You don't get that
Yeah.
with most
Right.
awards of things.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm an athlete too, so I played tennis
Ooh.
and I played tournaments and stuff like that. So I had to scout my competition, and
Yeah.
so I just took it that approach.
Yes. So, how did you actually get into music originally then, I am?
So me, I have a traditional, I guess, American R&B stars story. It started in church. I've always liked to dance since I was a kid and act, and then I got into singing. One day I went to choir rehearsal, and I was the only one there at the time. And the choir director said, "Hey, try this song." I tried it, and then they liked it, and it was my solo in church.
Wow.
And then when I was 16, I still didn't take singing seriously. But when I was 16, I was auditioning to be a backup singer for a popular rapper in my neighborhood. And then he said, "Hey, do you know how to sing?" And I said, "A little bit." He's like, "All right, I want you to audition to be part of this boys group as like a background singer." So I auditioned, and then the managers of the group was like, "No, we don't want you as a background. We want you as the lead singer." And so that kind
Wow.
of started from there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite incredible. Yes. Were you going to say something, Juan?
No, it's just really cool to hear, like I said before, just to see the artists, look at it from a competitive standpoint,
Oh,
and,
yeah.
be something new for artists that may have never been in sports, because it does bring out a different beast in you, you know what I'm saying? Because, you have to be competitive, you know what I'm saying? So the cool thing is to see that, someone like I Am Khalif to be the first winner, the first champion, as a matter of fact, is a great testament, because basically, that's going to help us with our brand, and this is going to help us with guiding the artists through, this competition, because a lot of artists, to be honest with you, the ones that lost, a lot of them just like felt like, well, I don't want to be a part of this no more because I lost. Well, we don't want you to feel like that, you know what I'm saying? We hope that will motivate you to want to come back and compete, in game 2 or 3, and say, yo, I'm going to win this. But we've had people come back, they resubmitted for game 2, but a lot of them are like, nah, we don't want to compete anymore because we lost. So that mindset, we don't want that mindset. We want them to use it as a something to inspire them to want to compete at a much more competitive level next time.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing about music and the industry and trying to make it. You're going to get a lot of no's,
right?
You're going to get a lot of. I got all of that stuff. When I first met the guy who was my manager years ago, he took my earlier music to the labels, and they were like, "Are you kidding me?" They laughed at me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I worked hard. 6 months later, I came up with my single that was out called "You Got Me Singing," which hit the BBC charts at like 51. And so they were shocked, like, this is the same person. You know what I mean? So you just have to keep trying, even now, like up until like a few years ago, I was getting some, no's or what have you. But I just keep plugging away and keep trying to work hard and do things like this, the competition, to keep things alive, fresh and fun, and, keep me motivated.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going to say as well, because to be successful in the music industry, you kind of have to be competitive anyway, don't you?
Right.
Yes,
right.
absolutely. Yeah. I'm a very competitive person. I don't like being told what I can't do.
Yeah.
So what I do is I fuel that, and I work on, whatever said that I couldn't do. And then I try to, get better at what I do in my vocals and my music and, just my artistry. I try not to take offense to certain things. I just try to use it and say, hey, this is where I probably could, do better.
Yes. So, game one has finished, of course. How many more games are there before the big stage next year?
So it's a total of 8 games. So we're
Wow.
now in the submissions round for game two, which is allowing the players to submit their music to compete. Because we
Yeah.
do a draft after submission rounds close, we do a draft and we select the actual 8 songs that's going to make it into game two, and then they contest in a single elimination tournament. And then, like Khalif, you either win or you lose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I want to say, I gotta say, man, Khalif is like I am. He is like the ideal model of what we look for in a music sports athlete. This is my first time
Yeah.
ever saying this on record. Music sports athlete, right?
Mm.
So
Mhm.
that's a cool thing to say. So he is like the model of music sports athlete. Never give up. If you lose, hey, take the notes and see what you can make yourself better for the next round of competitions. Don't look at it as a failure. Look at it as a way of making yourself better, and understand that in a sport, you win some and you lose some. It's
Yeah.
not necessarily a matter of you being a bad artist or the other artist was better than you. It's just, hey, sometimes maybe the best person won that night, and it's okay. Just
Yeah.
move
Right.
on. And the great thing is you have fun. You got some exposure to your song, and you can always come back
Yeah.
and compete
Yeah.
again.
Definitely. Well, where are we able to submit our music if we're interested for future games, and if we're not too musical, just vote in these games?
You will go to our website, musicisoursport.com, and pretty much you'll see the directions right there. We're going through the submissions round right now, so you won't see any voting up quite yet.
Yeah.
Once we select the 8 players that's going to make it into game two, then you'll see everything popped up. I think game two starts on the 17th, I believe,
Okay.
and matter of fact, it's the 10th actually.
All right.
December 10th is the actual first round of game two.
Okay, great. Well, thanks to both of you for coming on the show
Yeah,
today,
thank you.
and good luck for next year, and I hope you win.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on the show.
Thank you.